Welcome back to the channel, my dear friends around the globe, wherever you are, Chelsea fans. Look, it is happening. It is hot in the afternoon and lots of news coming up today, being Tuesday afternoon. My goodness, where do I start from? Where will I end it? Well, ladies and gentlemen, I am not surprised. It's bound to happen. And so right now, it's just to confirm it. Nicolas Jackson to Bayern Munich, it's almost done. Yes, Jackson to Bayern Munich, it's almost done. Before then, this is what the agents of Nicolas Jackson had to say. Yes, before I go into the details. This came earlier. Nicolas Jackson's agent, Diomansi Kamara, this is what he has to say. 30 goals in 2 seasons. Without a single penalty. Highs, lows, but a page is standing at the Blues. Always grateful for yesterday, but already looking toward tomorrow with optimism. Germany, Italy, England, the options are numerous. The decision is imminent. The options are numerous. The decision is imminent. Nicolas Jackson transfer is expected within the next 48 hours. Inshallah. Coming from Nicolas Jackson's agent, Diomansi Kamara. Ladies and gentlemen. Now, the last hour, this is what came out with the last hour. Talks ongoing between Chelsea and Bayern Munich regarding the loan fee and structure. Chelsea won 15 million euros fee plus an obligation to buy for 60 million euro. Personal terms have already been agreed upon with the players' representatives as initially reported. So 15 million euro, that is about 11-12 million pounds as a loan fee. Plus 60 million in, obligation to buy. 60 million obligation to buy. That is the offer. That is what Chelsea want Bayern to put on the table. As we speak, ladies and gentlemen, as we speak, the latest is that Chelsea and Bayern are in serious talks right now regarding Nicolas Jackson. Chelsea and Bayern are in talk right now as we speak regarding Nicolas Jackson. It is happening. It is happening. Now, Dortmund have confirmed Chukwuemeka has joined them from Chelsea for 24 million fee, 5-year contract as revealed. There he is on your screen with the Dortmund shirt. So Chukwuemeka finally is no longer, from now onwards, no longer Chelsea's player. Officially Dortmund player. And the player, Chukwuemeka, posted this picture also on his IG. I think when he was younger, this year was 7, 8 years or 9-year-old. Chukwuemeka 10. Thank you, Chelsea, for everything. Forever grateful, coming from Chukwuemeka as a young kid with a Chelsea blue jersey. Ladies and gentlemen, Chukwuemeka says, thank you, Chelsea, for everything. Forever grateful. Ladies and gentlemen, now let's get back to some other important news items. Strasbourg are waiting to have the result of several medical tests done by Enciso as he had a serious injury in recent months. So they want to check everything in detail. It's an important step, according to Fabrizio Romano. Yes, few days back, I reported on this. This is a Brighton player that Chelsea bought, and straight away sent on loan to Strasbourg, which we discussed here on this platform. Now, Enciso, we understand, has an injury record. So, Strasbourg want Chelsea to check all those injury records before finalizing the deal with Brighton. Ladies and gentlemen, so they are doing a check in details before that deal could be officially sealed. Ladies and gentlemen, in the past hours also, we received a breaking news. Chelsea evaluating possibility for a move of Fermin Lopez from Barcelona. No contract yet with Barcelona, but Chelsea FC speaking to a 22-year-old attacking midfielder's agent or camp as options explored in case of exit and giving Barcelona depth in Spain's international position, according to the Athletic FC. This is coming from David Oystein. Fermin Lopez to Chelsea, if it indeed, in fact, some other sources even quoted Chelsea of offering 50 million euros, which is unconfirmed. That is why I didn't want to go into that. Fermin Lopez from Barcelona to Chelsea. Good player, yes, but then what is happening? Is Xavi Simeon deal not going to go through any longer? Because as we speak, Xavi Simeon deal is down to the departure of Christopher Nkunku. Now, if Chelsea are now offering or looking at another player in the same position from Spain, Barcelona, then it means there is a challenge or there's an issue with Xavi Simeon deal. But earlier today, we got a news also that one of the top guys in RB Leipzig spoke regarding the player, that the delay is boiled down to Chelsea's inability to let go some of the players that they want to sell in order to balance their books, which is Christopher Nkunku and Nicolas Jackson. But for Chelsea now to be looking at this player again, then it means that there is something else Chelsea are looking up to. There is something else Chelsea are looking up to. Ladies and gentlemen, yes. Now, Christopher Nkunku, we know, is the one that holds the key to Xavi Simeon's arrival in Chelsea. If Nkunku does not move to RB Leipzig, it could be very detrimental to Xavi Simeon's arrival. Yes, that is how it is right now. Is it because of this Chelsea are looking at other options? So in case Xavi Simeon deal did not go through, and you remember, RB Leipzig, they are still holding on to their 70 million valuation. They are looking at 70 million valuation, 70 million euro. And Chelsea, we understand, are looking at Fermin Lopez, and they've made offer of 50 million, which we cannot confirm yet. Ladies and gentlemen. Anyway. Now, Alejandro Ganacho will end up at Chelsea. No doubt about it. Right now, when it comes to Ganacho's deal, no doubt about it, a couple of bids have been rejected so far by Manchester United from Chelsea, though. But talks continue with an anticipation that this will materialize in the coming days. It will materialize in the coming days, ladies and gentlemen. So Ganacho's deal, I said a few days back, is it last week also, that Ganacho's deal, for me, it's 100% done. And from other sources we are hearing, it's 100% done. Manchester United are holding on to 50 million pounds. Chelsea are offering 30. At the end of the day, there will be a compromise on both sides. Because United do not want the player any longer. So they would rather prefer to cash in on him than for the player to be a waste in their dressing room. Ladies and gentlemen, it is what it is. It is what it is. A Saudi club called for Ganacho and said, why is he not going to Chelsea? Can we enter the deal? And Ganacho's camp gave a straightforward answer. According to Fabrice Roman, the answer was thanks, but no. It's not about the money. I want to go to Chelsea. So the player is optimistic to get a deal done in his favor. Ladies and gentlemen, that Saudi club, United will be happy for Saudi to buy him, because United could easily tell Saudi, okay, bring 60 million and get him. But the player is insisting on Chelsea. Ladies and gentlemen, it is what it is. Those are the breaking news that have come in this hot afternoon. This hot afternoon. And let's watch out for Nicolas Jackson to Bayern Munich in the next 24 to 48 hours. Jackson has already agreed personal terms with Bayern. So it is something which Chelsea need to agree on. Terms of payment. Loan, is it 50 million euro or 10 million pounds? 60 million euros obligation to buy or what. Those are the things that, and the officials are already in London. They are already in London to finalize the deal. Ladies and gentlemen, Roma directors have also arrived in London to negotiate with Chelsea for Tyreek George. Meanwhile, Bayern have entered strongly. Okay, I've said that for Jackson, negotiating over salary formula. All right. So Tyreek George is equally leaving Chelsea this season. AS Roma director is in London to see the deal through at the same time. Ladies and gentlemen, it is what it is. Keep an eye on Fermin Lopez from Barcelona. We'll be updating you later in the day on these issues as well. Well, guys, let me not take much time. It is hot in the afternoon. Hot in the afternoon. Let me just leave you guys here. I'll be back with more exclusives in the coming hours. Okay, quickly before I go. Okay, let me leave it. I'll be back. I'll see you guys on the next one when you see me. Shalom and peace.